my next guest produced this very interesting video, number 18.
To put the idea of trust together with someone who is continuing to vote against themselves, right?
So it sounds like they don't have very good judgment.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's not having good judgment. I don't think they necessarily connect the dots, and I do.
They're stupid.
No, they're not stupid, but I think it's.
No, I'm just asking but it is hard to trust people who are stupid and have bad judgment, right? And black women who vote for Trump are stupid and have bad judgment.
Oh, we did not say that. Nope.
I think they don't connect the dots, and so they're looking at only certain things and thinking that's important, and not connecting the dots.
It sounds like those black women need to be educated by white women like you.
Yeah, not
true. Not.
They just need a good white woman to come in and tell them what's up.
You're putting words in our mouths again, and you're trading it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that.
This idea that white people are going to be the white saviors pisses me off.
But if white women like you don't educate them, how are they ever going to learn to vote the way that they're supposed to vote?
You know, as a white woman, I'm happy to help educate and talk to people, but it's not my job to go convince somebody else.
I hope you're able to get through to some of those untrustworthy, stupid black women. Good luck.
His website is walkawayfoundation.org. Please welcome back to the program, Brandon Straka. Brandon, how are you?
I'm doing well, Larry. How are you?
I'm doing great. As we talked the last time, I think about how Donald Trump pardoned you for your participation in January 6th, even though you were on an end of the Capitol building, didn't have any idea that there was any violence at all. You go home, you post something, and all of a sudden a knock on your door and the feds are there.
All true. Yep. Yeah, but I think we're entering into a much better era now, and I got to say, I'm feeling much more optimistic about the future than probably the last several times we've spoken.
Do you think Democrats are waking up?
Oh, I know Democrats are waking up. The problem is, as Democrats are waking up, the other side of the spectrum is becoming, I think, more extreme and more unhinged, and that's sort of what their base has been pushing towards for quite a long, long time. I mean, I think a lot of us were hopeful that when Trump got elected the second time, maybe some of this would kind of calm down because, it's his second term, it's his last term, although he says he may be running for a third. But
I wouldn't put it past him.
But I wouldn't either. But no, I mean, we're seeing all this violence with the attacking, Tesla locations and going after Tesla owners, and it doesn't really seem like their extreme behavior is slowing down. So we want to come in, we're going on a national tour basically to stand up to the radical left once again and encourage people on the conservative side of the aisle not to back down. We've been given a second chance here to save our country with Donald Trump being reelected. My message is let's not blow it.
You recently tweeted, California is burning from Democrat policies, crime, homelessness, unaffordable living, destruction everywhere. That's why the Walkaway campaign is putting our time, money, and soul into restoring California. California is the first stop on the Walkaway American Restoration Tour. 5 college events on liberal California campuses, aren't they all? 1 major march and rally in West Hollywood and Beverly Hills. We're the only movement making Democrats rethink everything and leave. Come to these events, support the mission, help us save America. Tell us about who's going to be there, who's going to be speaking.
Sure. So, yeah, so we're coming to California from April 22nd through April 30th, and we're doing 5 different college events. But the main event that I kind of want to point everybody towards is the Beverly Hills March and Rally that we're doing on April 27th. This is Sunday, April 27th. I highly want to encourage everyone, wherever you fall on the spectrum, whether you've always been a lifelong Republican, Trump supporter, come out and support what we're doing. Because we're going to start with we're meeting up in West Hollywood. This is actually a very, very gay neighborhood, but we're going to be marching through the streets of West Hollywood, with our mission, our message that we want to encourage people to walk away from the Democratic Party. But we're then marching into Beverly Gardens Park in Beverly Hills. And this is a beautiful, gorgeous park, and we're going to have an incredible rally. We have Matt Gaetz joining us. We have rock legend Cherie Curry, comedian Josh Denny, some really great Walkaway people like Natalie Beisner, Gothics, Mikey Harlow, and a lot of other great patriots too. LA GOP leader Roxanne Hogue is going to be with us. But basically, we want to get great patriots together in a celebration of freedom, liberty, and really standing up to restore American values. Like I said before, we have a second chance here. The left is already out there getting to work. They're organizing, they're knocking on doors. We have Bernie Sanders touring California, trying to convince all the young people to come back to the Democratic Party. I think we can't slow down now. We can't lose momentum. And one of the problems conservatives have is they only get involved for a few weeks right before the election. And then they go, what happened? How did we lose everyone? I'm encouraging everyone, just come out, spend the day with us. It's going to be incredible. And we really want people to register at walkawaycampaign.com/events. This is April 27th, the Beverly Hills March and Rally. It's going to be a great, great day. I want every patriot to come out and join us.
Brandon, California might be waking up. A recent poll said that about half of Californians now say they would consider voting for a Republican. They're very angry about how the fires were handled. They're very angry about crime, about homelessness, about the price of a home. So maybe, just maybe, people are a lot more amenable to your message than even a few years ago.
100%. I absolutely believe that California is in play and always could be in play. There are certain areas around the country that, people say, it's not worth your time. It's never going to change. I don't believe that. I believe that anyone can change. And I think that if conditions get uncomfortable enough for just about anyone, people will see the light. That's what happened to me. That's what happened to so many other people in the Walkaway campaign. As you were pointing out, the fires in California were absolutely devastating. And people looked around at many Democrat Party policies and said, this could have been preventable had we had better leadership in office and got rid of this leftist leadership that we've been having all across California. We've seen crime surging, illegal immigration surging, the sanctuary cities. It's insane. And not to mention the cost of living and affordability. People love California. I believe California is the most beautiful state in the entire country. The problem is no one can afford to live there anymore. But, there's a lot of people who want to stay. They want to fight. They want to try to save California. And I think California is worth saving. So I think people should come out and support what we're doing.
Brandon, 30 seconds left. Tell us about the Beverly Hills March. Again, 30 seconds.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, so we want to encourage everyone to come out April 27th. That's a week from this Sunday. Please go to walkawaycampaign.com/events to register for the event. That's going to help us know how much security to have, how many people are coming. But this is going to be an amazing day where you're going to be around like-minded patriots, where we can fight for freedom, celebrate our liberty, celebrate America's victory, and fight for American values far into the future. Come out and join us Sunday, April 27th, around 1 o'clock, Beverly Gardens Park. All the details can be found at walkawaycampaign.com/events.
Can people drive a Tesla?
Yeah, absolutely. Not only are we going to be marching, we want to encourage people to decorate your cars, honk your horns, be driving around Beverly Gardens Park.
Thanks,
want a whole.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Brandon.